Hi everyone, how are you travelling? I hope you've had a great week. Today I've decided to hold myself accountable and come onto Facebook Live and let you guys know that I have decided to finally break a particular habit. It's a habit that I've had for far too long. I've known I've had it, but I've made excuses for it. We're so good at doing that. Our mind is so powerful, convincing ourselves about all the reasons why we continue this habit. The habit is to do with this, and basically it's that I'm on this thing right up until bedtime and first thing when I wake up, before I've even gone to the toilet, before I've even brushed my teeth, before I've even said good morning to the kids, okay? It's more than a habit actually. I have become addicted. And the way I've been justifying it is I am an entrepreneur with an online business. I also am a homemaker and a mum, first and foremost. So, you know, I only have a certain amount of hours today, but I do have an online to work in the day, but I do run an online business. So, you know, I've got to look after the kids when they get home from school, assignments, homework, activities, you know, dinner. And by the time they finally go to bed, it's like 9 or 9:30. They're a bit older now. And I'm just like, okay, I've got to catch up with work. So, you know, that's been my excuse. I've got to catch up with work. But, you know, you get a bit distracted, don't you? Does anyone else do this? Can you guys let me know? I see a few of you are here live. Could you let me know if it's just me? Am I only on this right up until bedtime and first thing in the morning because I run an online business? Or is this happening everywhere? I bet it's happening everywhere. I walked past the bus stop this morning on my morning walk. And you know, there were about 10 people waiting for the bus and everybody's on their phone. So I assume we're all addicted. So anyway, the main reasons, there are two really important reasons why we need to get off these phones at night. And what's been happening to me is I've noticed that my sleep is being affected. And this is the main reason. The reason, okay, so studies have already shown that being on the devices, not just the phone, the iPads, the laptop, the computer, the TV, really interrupts our sleep. But recent studies have shown exactly to what degree, and it's huge, and I'm actually feeling that right now. So I've decided to practice what I preach because in my work I talk about this. What happens from all of these devices is there's a blue light that emits from it that actually blocks the production of our melatonin. And melatonin is what helps us sleep. It's what helps us feel sleepy. It's what helps us get to sleep, what helps us stay asleep and have a good, deep, refreshing sleep. And we all know how important sleep is. I don't have to talk about that. From, you know, renewing our cells, to restoring us, to reducing inflammation, reducing stress, so important. So the blue light that's emitted is confusing our body clock, confusing our circadian rhythm. So though at 10:30 at night, I consciously go, okay, it's time for bed now, my body's actually confused because it hasn't been getting the message that it is actually time for bed. So that's one of the reasons. That's the main reason actually. But the other thing is, right, I sit on the lounge, oh, it's time to relax, the kids are finally in bed, it's been a long day. I'll just check my emails, right? So it's like, check, check, check. Oh no, you know, Deirdre's, oh no, she's caved in, she's had the chocolate. Okay, all right, it's okay, everything's gonna be okay. I'll find time to see you tomorrow, you know. So, you know, I'll just check Facebook. I'll just see what's happening in my groups. Oh, yay, little Johnny's actually eaten up his vegetables. It's so wonderful. I'll talk to my husband. I get so excited. And then I sort of somehow jump on my, you know, private profile and it's like, oh, what? Why are they all out to dinner without me? Why wasn't I invited? So we've all been there. It's not conducive to relaxation. We're actually stimulating ourselves, even though we sort of think I'm sitting on the lounge and, you know, I'm getting stressed out and I'm actually working at 10:30 at night. This is insane. And I've known it for so long, and it has taken for my own sleep to be disrupted for me to actually make this stand. But I've realised I'm addicted, and I didn't think I had an addictive nature, and it's just crept up on me, and enough is enough. And you know what? The scary thing is that you can even those who are on their phone right up until bedtime, even if you're getting 8 hours sleep, there are studies that show that this blue light emission is affecting your restorative sleep, your important sleep, which is the REM sleep. It's making that period of your sleep shorter. And so we're not getting refreshed. We're not feeling fantastic when we wake up. And do you know what? The worst affected are our teenagers. So we really, really need to think about things with our teenagers. I've always had a rule in the house that all devices have to be switched off by 6:30 at night. The kids haven't loved it, but I'm preparing them and getting them into the habit. But they're used to it now. And of course, we have to be flexible. Of course, for example, I do run webinars at night for women who are working in the day and they can't make a webinar in the day. So I am going to have to be flexible. And sometimes there are urgent situations where I have to, I have to jump on my device. And same with my children. Often they have deadlines with assignments and homework and they have to be on their devices. I just make sure that, as much as I can in and around that, they're sort of out in nature and they're grounding and they're getting the opposite experience as well to balance it out. And the other things that I have been doing during this whole time is on my laptop, I have that Flux app that turns the light from blue light to a warm light, so it blocks a lot of that blue light. And if you've got, I don't know what app it is on the iPhone, if somebody knows, pop it in the comments. I think it's 9.3. In the settings, you can actually go to, I think it's brightness, and you can choose something called night shift. And that turns the light to that warmer light that blocks out a lot of the blue light. So I actually have that set on a timer for 6 o'clock every night through to 8 o'clock every morning. And also, you can get some glasses to wear at night if you are on the devices to block out that blue light. And I can pop a link in the comments. So basically, look, I'm not going to get crazy here. I'm not going to be, it's impractical, right? Because what is actually suggested is that 3 hours before bed we get off all devices, including the TV. So that's just too big a jump for me. I'm being realistic here and I'm going to say I'm going for an hour before bedtime and I'm going for at least an hour after I wake up before I jump on my phone. So this is what feels comfortable for me to start with. This is what feels doable. And it is like already it's like, oh God, my fingers want to crawl to the phone, but I'm not doing it. I'm not going to cave in because I really want to break this habit and I know it's better for my health in the long run. So what am I going to do with my time? I mean, if I'm going to work towards, not being on any devices or TV for 3 hours before bedtime, I don't know, I guess I could have a conversation with my husband, God forbid, read some magazines, read a book, do some mindful colouring in. Oh my gosh, I mean, I'll be honest, I'm not going to be sitting there sort of omming and meditating for that amount of time, which would be ideal, but I'll go to bed a bit earlier. Certainly in the morning, I'm going to reinstigate my breathing, at least 5 minutes in the morning of deep breathing and affirmations and mindful behaviour. For sure, I'm going to do that. But if you've got any other suggestions for what we can do instead of be on our device, pop it in the comments. And who's with me? I want to know who is going to step away from the phone. We can do it. Pop a comment in, pop your name down if you're going to be with me. Let's all be accountable together. Okay, food for thought, guys. See you later. Have a great weekend. Bye.